man, you know what I'm looking forward to? No matter whether you're Democrat, Republican, whatever, is once this runoff election is over here in Georgia, the end of the endless text messages, phone calls, and people showing up at my door. That's
somebody had a random about this, and now after I said it, y'all all feel my pain.
Oh no, we've been feeling your pain.
Hey, pain has definitely been felt. That was a great random, but I don't think it's gonna stop. I've got a theory that they're gonna find some kind of way to continue this shit. Either the election results is gonna be close enough to do another runoff. I don't know the stipulation behind that, or if you can even have a second runoff or whatever. But if not, whoever wins, they're gonna find a way to keep calling and texting you like, "Hey, we won, great job, thanks." You can get a bunch of thanks text messages, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, are you prepared for the next election in 6 years or 4 years?"
Well, there's another one next year for this open seat that's being voted for right now.
There you go.
Yep.
Is that when the term is up?
Yeah, because the Warnock and Kelly Loeffler one is for someone who retired. So come 2022, they're gonna have the actual voting for that seat. So this is only for about a year.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not gonna stop. Don't get too comfortable.
Well, at least one will be out the way. I'm just saying, like, y'all have the record. They have the records of who voted, who mailed their ballot, who did whatever. Stop hitting up the people that voted already. Today's messages.
These are scabs. They don't like. I saw somebody on my timeline today saying, "I voted. Why are you still calling me?"
Hold on.
They don't magically know that you voted today.
No. That's where I'm cutting at. That's not true, because they know when you request a mail-in ballot, and if you have not or not, whether you have or have not mailed it back. So that's not true. They know when you received it. Yes, because I had people mail me the application with my information on it already. All I had to do was sign it and send it back.
The guy who's talking about some yo fam, you believe he knows when you got
I don't think Tavon specifically knows.
First of all,
but the organization.
First of all, let's not give him a racist name.
No, that was the name that was in the text. I got the same one.
No, yeah, that was homie's name. I'm not being racist.
And it's like yo fam.
Wow. All right. So second of all, how do we even know that that's really a Tavon? That could be Karen texting like that. Just.
But even to that point, it's not Tavon. It's the organization that Tavon is working for.
Yeah.
They have that information. Just like Amazon, if Amazon knows you got something in your cart and they put an ad on Google, how would they not know that you've requested a ballot or mailed in a ballot? Just like you can go check on the website, they can go check too.
Okay, so why is it then when I've been registered to vote that I still get, hey, have you registered yet? Shouldn't you know that? Like, I don't trust anything that they're getting from third-party information.
Well, you got to remember, it's different groups. Because I've had some that did that, but then I've had some that were direct and were like, hey, you requested your mail-in ballot on this day. Have you mailed it back yet? Yes or no? Or press stop for these messages.
I don't trust them.
I had 3 different organizations, and I'll check your mail because you might have got it too. I had 3 different organizations mail me a copy of the application with my basic information already filled out. I just had to put in the other stuff, sign it, and mail it off. They had an envelope. Have you gotten
the handwritten letters
everything.
too? Have y'all gotten the handwritten letters?
Man, look,
yeah, I got one of those.
Like, who is this from? And you open it up, some voting shit. Like, Mink, you got me because I thought it was important.
It's a postcard. You're like, hey, is this from an aunt or uncle? No, it's from Sally down that voter die.
Someone had like little kid handwriting. You'd be like, what child then mailed me off some letter?
Now I will say some of those calls, they really were recruiting hard. Like I had a lady call me from Texas, and I was like, wow.
But they paying people for that though. Like you get $25 for every person that you call or whatever, or something like that.
Damn, $25. Wait, hold on, they hiring?
Yeah. Look, I signed up for it, but I never found the time to just be able to sit and dedicate just to calling random people, and then I didn't feel like that. I didn't want to be one of them people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, I would like to just say that we are currently in our world, that are current that we're occupying. We're renting this space on this planet, and there's a lot of there's too many brush fires and wildfires, and I think Australia's still burning, and the Amazon is burning. Everywhere is burning. We can't afford to just be mailing out random bullshit to people. I get how important these elections are, but can we still save trees? Can we figure out a different way to do this?
Yeah,
they're not
like.
And to be perfectly honest, this is a very shallow attempt at covering up the fact that I just don't want you mailing me shit.
Oh, and for God's sake, please don't be coming by my house, man. Like, I don't want you coming to my house regardless, but especially during the pandemic. Like, I saw one, I was sitting there watching them like knock on my door, where it's like, shouldn't you, if you're doing that, shouldn't you knock and walk back some? You're standing right at my door. I don't want you that close. I'm good. I don't need you encouraging me to vote. I'm straight.
To be perfectly honest,
they could email people. I know we wouldn't check it, but they could email people.
I would much prefer that they came and knocked on my door than mail me some shit. Because if you knock on my door, I can ignore it and you'll just go away. You mailing me shit, that's extra steps that I gotta take to go to I'm walking to the mailbox anyway. But now I gotta shred or discard or throw away. Or it's cluttering up my mailbox from packages that may be able to fit in there. I don't know. Just stop mailing me shit. That's the most annoying. I hate mail in general. If it's not some shit I ordered or a check, I don't want mail.
Nah, you're right. You're right. It's the same thing with the knocking on my door thing. I've said that before, man. Unless you're a pregnant virgin on a donkey or it's food I ordered from like Uber Eats, don't knock on my door.
Have you gotten that shit on Etsy yet? Because if you don't, I will.
I don't.
Is that original? Know. Is that original?
I can't remember if I heard that from some or whatever, but I know I believe in.
Yeah, you didn't make that up. If that was original, you would capitalize on that.
I can't. That's the thing. I can't remember. But all I know is that that's an annoyance to me where you're knocking on my door. I had one, man. I was in the middle of eating, so I answered the door while I was eating one time. It's like, oh, did I interrupt you? No, man. I was gonna say this big burger that I got in my hand is no giveaway of what I'm doing right now. Not that you know that.
Why did you carry the burger to the door?
Just to let them know that they're interrupting me right now. Just like one of them asked me one time, they came and knocked and I answered the door because I was like, what's up, man? He's like, yo, we're hoping you come out and vote. I was like, well, I'm still making my decision, but I appreciate you coming by. He was like, can we put a sign in your yard? I was like, absolutely not, but I appreciate you coming by though. Have a great day.
I haven't decided yet. What sign?
Yeah. I said I haven't decided.
Is it a sign with both candidates on it?
Right.
But I was like, absolutely not. But I hope you have a great day and you know, hope everything works out. Like, no. And don't walk on my grass either. Thanks.
Next election, I'm putting two signs in my yard. One for Megatron, one for Thanos. It's gonna be my two candidates.
Two solid candidates.
Two solid candidates. Had a plan. Had a pretty decent plan.
I was gonna say Thanos, it wasn't a decent plan. He had succeeded.
Oh yeah. He was executing that plan, and he did.
Yep. He was left, you know, picking fruit in the orchard, whatever. But man, I just like anybody that you talk to, whether they're the same politics as you are, y'all will have common ground with. God, these voter people are killing me, man. Yeah. The text. The phone call, you know, it's something when your phone starts picking it up and it says on your phone political call, like it's telling you this number is known for that. This is what it is. It's like it's a.
Now this season, I would say it's been the text, phone call.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a simple technology for it now or whatever, but
that's what I'm saying. They
never
invented something
like this
since the last election. Yeah,
they figured out something
crazy. But I will say historically, I've not been a fan of political ads. They are the worst thing in so many different ways because I feel like they should be illegal. I feel like you shouldn't be able to force feed that. Well, you know what I mean? Like
voters.
Well, as long as the airwaves can still be bought the way they are.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think we should just make those TV spots, those political ads, I think we should just make them illegal. Because the only thing that, like M16 said, is it's just for stupid voters. And all they do is they throw in, especially from the, Republican side, they just throw in like trigger words. They throw in like radical, China,
socialist.
It's like that episode of Family Guy when they was like, You know, you remember Lois was running for office and she was like,
9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9/11. That's it. Yeah. So,
Somebody was crying.
Right. You don't even have to say nothing. Like,
they're gonna take your guns, you know.
Radical liberal China,
I would love.
You have to have denim. That's another key component. You got to be wearing denim, walking in the field or on a farm or some shit like that. The backdrop is just kind of icing on the cake, but the denim is important.
Brian Kim had it all laid out in his with his pickup truck and his shotgun, talking about something. I got a big old pickup truck to round up illegals, and
David Perdue. If you, it might still be on TV right now.
No, it definitely
had
is.
a denim shirt with a denim jacket over it.
Walking through a field. Walking through a field.
All he was missing was a desk to put his foot up on in the middle. Like, you know what?
Nah, what he was missing was a Lucy hanging gently from his, or some chewing tobacco. Nah, that's more redneck. Chewing tobacco.
All he was missing was like a straw hat or like a
that boy had denim on denim on denim.
Based on
that Kemp really had ads like that.
That's a real thing.
And one.
I didn't live here at the time, but like I recently came upon these ads and I was like, wow, these are terrible. And he won.
Man, that ain't nothing.
This man had a big ass rifle in one of the commercials, and his son was
I got a big pickup truck to round up illegals. But I don't know if you remember this, Khujeaux, on one of the very first few episodes we did of GOAT Radio, man. I remember I found a clip of this guy running for governor in Alabama where he was like, here in Alabama, we speak English. If you want to learn to drive in Alabama, you're going to take the test in English because that's what we speak here. I'm like, dang.
That man was ahead of his time.
He was. He was like,
ahead of his time.
I almost want to start calling myself, based on my government, I almost want to call myself the radical M16 now. You know,
radical liberal.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I just think those TV ads should be illegal. I mean, that shouldn't be those 30-second spots shouldn't be.
Yeah, because you got Warnock in there, they cutting it up. He's like, goddamn America, and it's like, well, what's the context behind what he's saying?
And not even just with his, when they were cutting up AOC and Stacey Abrams, like you could clearly tell that that was not a continuous sentence. It was like we do these elections so we don't have to negotiate.
Yeah,
I see was on completely like
the one that really triggered me over the past few days, and I had to do some research on it because I didn't know what the hell had happened. But apparently they found police camera footage of when Warnock's, I guess the cops got called to Warnock's house because him and his ex-wife got into an argument, and they just played the clip of her talking. And I'm like, well, damn, I'm gonna go research this. This is kind of serious to just kind of throw out there. And no charges were filed. The lady wasn't hurt. She was, the ex-wife was trying to say that her foot got ran over. That wasn't the case. Nobody was charged, and they ended up finalizing their divorce in May. And it's like, yo, y'all are digging really deep in this election. I think they talked about it on TV earlier. Like 80% of all the ads that played in this election were attack ads.
Yeah.
And then 5 or 10% actually talked about some kind of agenda.
Yeah,
it's just playing off of silly voters who believe that's why Trump is so popular with folks and they don't want to let it go, because he feeds into every single one of the stereotypes that they've been taught, and he feeds into them that everybody who comes from a foreign country is some type of terrorist and they need to ban them, and somehow being is like a nationality. Well, he's one of them Muslims. I was like, yeah, I pretty much thought that being a Muslim was a religion and not, that's like saying you speak American. Right. It's very racist in general. Yeah. But it's just the certain things that they fit in. They're gonna take your guns. I bet you poll half these people, they don't even know what socialism means. Like, hey, he's a socialist. Okay, do you know what that means exactly? Because if you really knew what it was,
it's spelled everywhere else in the world, and they all got the same talking points. They share an email.
Yep.
Something, I don't know. But yeah. Kill that shit. Kill all those political ads. They're pretty terrible. For many, like I said, for many reasons.
Terrible, yet still sometimes effective.
Oh no, they're completely effective. Yeah. I mean, they're because people, man, some of the
pandering to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, it's people who vote against their own interests, for the sake of hurting the people that they don't like.
Right. Because these millionaires are not wearing denim outfits, walking through farms and shit. I guarantee you that.
They are not.
And here's the thing. It really is black and white. Like, I don't care what side you on. They literally had a piece of paper on the table. All they had to do was pass it. They were going to send $2,000 in stimulus checks.
Yeah.
And one group of people said, nah, we don't want that. It's literally that simple. You want to talk about a group of people that are completely not in the picture, that are, as they say, too far removed from the front lines. That's about as real as it gets right there.
Yeah.
Like $2,000, which is, might be, less than 1% of your whole stock portfolio. You don't want to give that to somebody that could pay their rent and a couple of other bills. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, it's funny that you said that too, Easy, because I gotta just say this for people, because I get tired of hearing it, and I know Trump throws this out a lot. Guys, listen. The stock market is not the economy. So just because the stock market is going well, that does not mean shit's cool, okay? Ooh,
hey, yo. I'm glad you said that, because I don't know where that ever came from, that like the stock market and the economy are a direct correlation.
They are not.
Unless the stock market absolutely tanks, like the Dow is down hundreds of thousands of points, there's no correlation between the stock market and the economy. Like
zero.
Today, the stock market, everything was green. In the real world today, some people probably got evicted from their homes. Some people probably lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
and another thing to just kind of throw out there is that the economy isn't this like omnipotent kind of thing. It's literally just us.
It's you spending your money.
People, like
it's
the economy.
Commerce.
Yeah, it's us doing things together, like buying, trading. That's the economy. Like, it's not like we are in political discussions. They always talk about the economy like it's this far thing. Just like an analogy, like politicians always talking about, oh, those people in Washington, nigga, you're
the people in Washington.
You're sitting there right now as you're saying this. You're in Washington.
Right.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, a movie, if you haven't seen it, it's an older movie, but it's an absolute parody of what politics are and become. Have either one of y'all gentlemen with Eddie Murphy? I sent Easy some clips of this not too long.
I think the FBI don't want you to let us know what that movie is called, because you cut out as soon as
you cut out.
Keep that in.
Yeah, we definitely.
The Distinguished Gentleman with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it's like it fits everything they do. Like, one of the big scenes in that is when there's a class that is there on a field trip, and they're like, oh, what does that mean? Oh, it means that we have to go vote. So it's a bunch of senators. They're like, what are you guys voting on? They're all just looking around like, we're voting on the topic. Oh, well, can you let us know what it is? Yeah, well, it's and they're all just kind of looking at each other like, somebody say something like, what is it? What are we voting on?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna vote yay or nay, but on what? Like on the topic. All right, you kids have a great day,
Yeah.
And that's sort of what I picture what they're doing in Washington. It's like, everybody, like I've said this before, it's bad guys versus even worse guys. You just got to choose which one you want to roll with. Yep.
Yeah. And then like this whole narrative of the political outsider. I just want to educate people real quick. If you're in a business executive, you're probably just as involved in the government as any other politician.
Yeah, if not more.
So, yeah. So if a business executive or somebody of that nature comes along and says, well, I'm a political outsider, I'm a businessman, you know the law just about as well as anybody else.
Right.
Or pay somebody to explain the law to you as well as anybody else.
I mean, the only way you would even, I wouldn't say the only way, but most times these dudes get into politics because they already have a hand in some shit anyway.
Exactly.
Or they are very close to some people that are in politics. Like they share a country club with a senator and they're like, hey, where it's at, man. You might, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, so that should probably conclude.
Do we want to take a little break and give people an update on the election?
Yeah, let them know. Put the numbers up there. It won't help because they're watching this.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would have been decided, so it'll be days later. But you know.
Well, the radio show halftime report. We have Warnock and Loeffler. It looks like Warnock is up 1 point. They're moving too fast. Okay, they went to Ossoff. Ossoff's up about 11,000 votes on Purdue.
11,000.
11,000. Yeah, it's like he's got like 1.371, and then Purdue's got like 1.362.
Damn.
Warnock's got 1.381. Loeffler's got 1.347. They really like the black guy more than the white guy.
Yeah, they closed that gap up. It was what 200,000 last time we looked at it. 200,000.
Well, the map's a lot more. The map's a lot more colorful now.
Yeah.
A lot of these counties we were talking about before we started.
I just seen that Cherokee County is very red, and if you've been to Cherokee County, you'll know why. So, yeah.
Never been. Don't care to go. So,
yeah.
Just keep me posted on that one.
I'm sure that county cares very little about the Cherokee people for which the county is named.
This is facts.
Yeah. Eesh. Speaking some truth, some real there, man.
And you know, I don't want to take because I've said this before, and then I know we're about to pivot away from politics, but we are not a show that is, like I said, I've gotten that from folks like, you guys are left. Like, nah, man, let something happen on that other side that go left or that go the other way. We'll talk about them too. It's not one of these where we just lean to one side.
Right.
It's like good is good, stupid is stupid.
Yeah, we can talk about the other guys too. It's just you know, when you got like we got a giant clown in the room, you kind of got to address the giant clown before you know you get to the rest of the circus. So
because bottom line is all 12 of them are getting out of the little Pinto, but one of them is the leader.
Yeah.
So
the first dude to get out is the 8-foot clown on stilts, and then followed by
and then the rest of the jesters following afterwards.
So please don't get it twisted. Like people could know our politics because that's not how that works. Yeah. We are on the side of what makes sense and not a side. So if we rip somebody that you happen to like, well, maybe they're stupid.
Because if this show had been around during the time of I don't know, let's say the John Kerry Bush thing, we'd probably be getting on John Kerry's ass just as bad too.
We would too, because boy, he was a bozo. Like this is like, yo, this is what we put together.
Bruh, the fact that 16 uses that word.
Bozo. Yes. Hilarious. I did not.
So,
I could have named you a million other words I thought you was going to say.
Literally in 4th grade when this election happened, the John Kerry I know, I don't think of as a bozo. So please enlighten me on what makes him a bozo. What made him a bozo in 04?
Bruh. So everybody's with this push we got to get Bush out of office in 04. Like, all right, yes, economy's slipping. We got all these wars. And the best they could come up with this John Kerry. Now, for you, Easy, I'm going to paint it out to you, man. For somebody who wants to run and feel like they're an everyman, they want to feel like they can relate to you. So the one thing I can remember from John Kerry that'll help you, because you're a big sports head, is he was giving a speech from Lambeau Field or somewhere near Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And this guy was like, yeah, man, I'm just like the rest of you guys. And, come Sundays, I'd like to be right down at Lambert Field watching the Packers. Like, Lambert Field? Like your intern didn't tell you what the real stadium name was? All you hear was just like, go look it up. So right there, that just lets you know what type of dude you're dealing with when he's trying to be the everyman and he doesn't even know what the local football team stadium is. Lambert Field.
And it's not even, local, it's like it's kind of downplaying a little bit because even if you're not from there, you know what Lambeau Field is. You know what
Lambeau, that's like one of the famous stadiums named. Like,
it's arguably one of the most famous stadiums.
One of the most famous stadiums.
Yes.
Right.
And he screwed it up. And then Bush he was there, a few weeks later, and he was like, I don't know what that other guy was talking about, Lambert Field, but I know I'll be at Lambeau Field drinking a beer, eating brats. They're like, yes, exactly. Yep. All right. So that just lets you know about John Kerry. So
David Perdue has taken the lead.
Oh, wow.
He's up 8,000 votes right now with 64% of the vote in. They haven't gone to my man Steve Kornacki yet, so once they do that, I'll keep you guys posted.
It's too early.
Yeah, 64% of the vote in.
Yeah.
I don't think DeKalb County started being.
It's way too early.
Yet.
Also, some of these states, I know we're supposed to get away from politics, but some of you states, okay, if people are early voting, don't wait till election day to start counting them. When you get them, count them.
I never understood that. Like, you have had these votes for quite some time. You would think that would put less of a burden on the actual talliers or whatever. Yes, that makes too much sense.
But you know what? I get to say this and it means something. But whatever, it's cool. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Great use.
Looking at you, Pennsylvania.
So, as we talk about millionaires and people who've accumulated quite a bit of wealth, there's a new revenue stream that's kind of been making some waves out there. And we make jokes on this show quite a bit about that particular platform as one of our female co-hosts that she has a profile on that platform. That's OnlyFans. I'm just gonna throw it out there. There was a post that this young lady put a screenshot that of her earnings from October to December. And it was $243,000 and some odd change. In the span of, September, sorry, because I remember it was 4 months. So it was September to December, and those were her earnings. So in the span of 4 months, she made $250,000.
Damn.
Just on,
so she made
OnlyFans.
She made an executive's yearly salary.
She made a politician's salary. Because, that's what their salary is.
She literally recorded videos of her twerking.
I mean, amongst some other stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, among probably. I'm sure her content is very fruitful. She's probably got a lot of things out there for her fans. Obviously, because they keep coming back.
Right.
To see more.
200.
Wow. I mean, especially to pay for it when you could just go to like Pornhub and just see everything. You know what I'm saying?
No, like there's clearly a market for people who want to pay women that they follow to watch them as opposed to just getting it for free. It's working. It's clearly, and it's not like she's the most famous or like she's like the top. I don't know what her story is. I couldn't tell you what percentage she is, but I'm sure there's like a bunch of other ones out there who are earning the same or more. So I'm just kind of, it's just, it dawns on me often. And this is another one of those times where it dawns on me that I was born with the wrong body parts.
So that'd be up for consideration for you, Khujeaux, where if you could
And of course I'm speaking from a man's perspective. Obviously there's women out there who have, who could do it and don't.
And it's not, and I want to point out too that this is not you objectifying women. This is a woman who made a choice to have an OnlyFans to show off everything she got for money. So it's not us saying, "Ooh, this is objectifying women," because then they have to hear that shit, and that's not what we do.
Look, sex workers, strippers, the naked hustle. Everybody out there that's doing it, man, get it how you live. No judgment on this side.
No judgment.
As long as you're doing it safely and you know what you're doing, you got a goal in mind, whatever, do what you're gonna do, but goddamn, I wish I could make that money, bro.
I mean, that is some serious cash, and I just hope,
even after taxes, you still probably bring it home like 180.
Well, I was gonna bring that part up.
Pay taxes on.
I was gonna say I hope she is when she's showing her that, because people be
if they're not taxing you, you definitely better get with your CPA or H&R Block rep and make sure you paying whatever you owe. Shit. This might be I-9 or I-20 situation where
now you naming freeways now.
I know it's one of those.
I-85.
A contractor, it'd probably be a W-9 is probably what you're speaking of.
There we go. W-9 where your employer does not tax you, so you have to pay your own tax.
Or you're like a contractor or whatever. All I know is that
you're the HR guy. You could have been correcting me.
I don't know what you speak of. I don't know what I do outside of here, actually.
Yeah, but you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but I can know what I'm doing.
But yeah, man. All right. So if that was what in your mind, what is one of the most degrading things? Because it's different for women. Some women see that as degrading, taking a clothes off doing sex stuff like that. For men, that almost feels like the ultimate job. You're like, you mean they fucking get paid for it? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's different for dudes. So we can't say, like, obviously I'm speaking like, I wish I could make that kind of money just being naked or whatever. Yeah. But for us, for men, I wish we had the women on here. What would you say, and I'm gonna start with Easy, what would you say is kind of one of the more degrading things that you can think of off the top of your head that you would just, it would be just the furthest thing from your mind
to be honest with you, Khujeaux, in today's society, I don't think anything's degrading anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, you know, and me and my girlfriend were talking about this the other day. Like, do you remember when you only had to have like HBO to see a naked person or to like see an actual sex scene?
Yeah.
Like, you can go on any TV channel, any streaming service, and they somehow incorporate sex into the show. Like, it just happens.
That's real. Yeah.
You know, they eating dinner and the next thing you know, everybody butt naked.
Like prime time. Like prime time TV is that now. Like where it used to be like Growing Pains and Step by Step and, you know, shit like that. Now it's Scandal and
so I don't know if there's this like line that can be crossed anymore. I think anything's on the table, especially now with OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you did porn, you were on a porn site.
Yeah.
You know, whether you did it professionally, amateur, whatever you want to call it, you was on a porn site. Now anybody can do it. Yeah. Your old high school roommate, the girl you used to work with, your roommate from college, he featured on a few videos. Like anybody can do it now. Your podcast co-host, you know, anybody can be on there now. So I don't know if there's a line. You know what? Yeah. I'd say this. The day that the 2 girls, 1 cup video came out, I think that line was gone. I think that line disappeared. I don't think it's ever been back since.
If you could trace it to something, that would not be a bad theory on when it started, because that went viral and everybody watched it like repeatedly and encouraged other people to watch it was the crazy part.
Yep.
So it's funny that line has been like that goalpost has just kind of been moving. Goalpost probably is the wrong choice because anyway, but yeah, it's just been getting worse and worse because it used to be a time where you couldn't say any of the 4-letter words like on TV, and then all of a sudden they let, you know, ass through the door, and that started to kind of creep more and more into TV shows. Then they let I think damn was first, then ass, then like bitch. I still remember when TV shows like in regular TV, BT, ABC, whatever, just the CW, UPN just start creeping bitch in there. Like it'd be one episode or one time and the audience reaction like, ooh, ah. And then from then on, it just kind of crept in more and more and more. And like now it's on every reality show and it's like the most used fucking curse word.
And that's the same thing with music too. Because like if you literally said one curse word in one of your songs, it got the E for, you know, explicit content, parental advisory, you name it. Now, you know, hell, the clean version of a Bruno Mars song got shit in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's very true. It's something. There's some artists like they'll play like a Beyonce. If she say ass in one of her songs, they might not bleep it out. They just play it on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Or like to your point, Bruno Mars. So yeah, that line has been it's different. I'm just waiting for the day where you could just on ABC or Fox or whatever, and it's just straight like hardcore.
It's coming.
Look, the day it hits a major network, and when I mean major networks, like, hey, if you don't have a cable package, you can still get these channels. So you know, ABC, NBC, Fox,
over the air, HD antenna.
Yeah,
type.
Yeah. The day it hits those channels, you can just really kiss it goodbye.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If you watching you know, This Is Us on NBC and then you just seeing everything on there, then you just know that
I feel like eventually it's gonna be there. Like it might not, I mean, maybe not even in our lifetime, but I think it eventually gonna get there.
The line just keeps getting shorter, shorter and shorter. Like I think the FCC was probably cutting jobs before the pandemic hit. They're not monitoring as much.
Cause like the F-bomb, I remember it was like that was the only word left that wasn't being said on TV.
Yes.
And then like I think FX and maybe AMC or a couple other stations, Spike or whatever, they fuck that, threw that shit right out the window, and they started it's F-bombs. You can catch them on there. So yeah.
I mean, the wrestling league I watch, it's on TNT, and they let them fly. I mean, the hardest words they can say on there is shit, but they can say it without being bleeped on
there. Which is for those of us that came up at a time where that was extremely taboo. Not like Leave It to Beaver or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We have golly, but you know,
shit was like a Cinemax word or HBO word. You didn't hear that on NBC or ABC.
Yeah.
Now, you know,
shit like a word like shit would change the entire rating of a movie. Like an entire 90-minute, 2-hour cinematic movie, if it had one word in there that was like shit, it would change from a PG to PG-13.
To PG-13, yes. Yeah. Same thing with the music. You know, you say ass, you know, bitch in one song, man, parental advisory. Like
so anyway, off topic, but yeah, I think you make a great point that there's very little that you could say is degrading. But I mean, M16 will give you the opportunity. I want to pitch it to you.
I mean, really, I mean, the answer is sort of the same. It depends on what that person feels is degrading to them. Meaning, if they feel comfortable doing whatever the act or whatever it is, then you know, who is it for somebody else to say that's degrading if they're okay with it?
Yeah, but no, I'm saying for you, what would you feel like is degrading to you?
Like, hey, I don't know. Let me make sure that I'm understanding it right. Not what I'm doing, like for me myself, or just for me to see somebody else doing.
Yeah. For you to see somebody else doing it, what do you feel like is
what would be that one thing or activity that you're like, all right, hold on, this crosses the line?
Right.
The only thing I could think of would be like, you know, like child pornography or something like that. That crosses the line. You know, taboo.
That goes without saying.
Right.
That's
kind
hideous.
of a given.
Yeah.
All right, so let me pitch one out there. If you come up with another one, let me know.
All right.
Would you be a white person's slave?
Okay. Now I see what you're getting at. So, and that's kind of where my head was going, where it was like something that has to do with somebody having to take something off somebody because the person is like racist and they're in a situation where they have no choice but to do that.
So would you be a white person's slave for $250,000 for $250,000 for 4 months, basically? Now,
a lot of people will be like, you know what? It depends on how desperate the person is. Me personally, I couldn't, man. Like that's just sickening, you know.
But if you saw somebody else doing it,
that's their business, man. That's their business. That's the whole problem with the world right now is that we want to take what are our beliefs. Like somebody might be like, well, I'm against abortion, so that means you need to be against it too because I feel like it's wrong. And it's like, no, they have a choice to figure out whether or not they want it to be wrong or not. Right. And if it is wrong, that's between them and God to figure out, not for me to judge them on. Right. So, if they want to do that, it's one of those like, look, you know, you choosing that's what you want to do with yourself. I know personally it couldn't be me, but I'm not begrudging you because you feel like you're doing what you need to do. So I just know personally I couldn't do that. And I'm pretty sure everybody on the show would say the same thing. Like, look, I ain't being nobody's goddamn slave for no other amount of money. I'll sweep floors. I'll do whatever else. As Khujeaux contemplates.
$2 million a year to be a white person's slave.
$2 million.
You literally, okay. Hold on, look.
See, at this point, the word slave. I'm not even
talking about the quarters. I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah.
You literally that person's slave from 9 to 5, and you can still go home.
Well, technically, if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, you may just be doing that already for a lot less of a meager salary, if you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah, you're right.
If this was the previous iteration, that would have been a M16 drop.
Yes.
That would have been a drop.
Right there.
But yeah. Well,
I was going to say, Khujeaux, in post, if you want to, like the old days.
Yeah.
I could probably find one and cut it up for you and get it to you.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, at this point, the term slave would just be a job title because you're being paid. And you're being paid pretty fucking well. Sure. But yeah, I can't say yes or no in this moment. I don't want to say
but like,
no.
but in between the 9 to 5, like they can literally whip you, you know, do all the crazy shit.
Yeah, mentally, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking like mentally and physically.
You talking about in that scenario? Gotcha. Yeah. Yes.
Like
yes.
9 to 5 is 1863.
Yes.
You're a slave until the bell rings at 5 for you to go back home.
You go home. Life. From 5 to 8:59, from 5 p.m. to 8:59 a.m. the next day, you a millionaire.
So when you get to work, you clock in. Hey there, boy, and then you clock out like.
Well, and the
all right, easy. Have a good day.
It wouldn't even really be a 9 to 5. It'd be more of like a 5 to 5 or 4 to 4. But
yeah. You know. But man, like I said, I don't want to say no for anything. And then somebody drop a huge sum of money in your face, and then you like, it's like that dodgeball scene. You're like, I don't think you've ever seen $100,000 in person, only in the movies.
See, that's a great point too, because like a lot of people be like, we just throw out a random number on this show,
right?
And everybody's like, oh hell no, never, blah 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 blah. But then you open a briefcase and you see the money, and then it's like, hold up, I can see it, I can feel it. This might change my decision.
Is that along the same lines of those ones like, hey, would you slap your brother for like $1 million?
See, those are always fucking stupid because it's always something dumb, like something minuscule. Like, yes, I would slap my brother for $1 million. That's not a thing. He would want me to.
And he better, if I hit Raph or if Raph hits me, we're going to split the money. Because absolutely we're going to do that.
Yeah. It would be, but I'm not going to say like it would be hard for me because my brother and I, yes, we're brothers. We've had arguments. We've had disagreements.
Okay.
But
how is it hard for you when it's just a slap? I can see if they said you got to shoot him in the chest, but he'll survive kind of. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, when it comes to that, Khujeaux, I only know one way. So, it's not just a slap. It's going to be a slap. I only know one way. So it's like, well, easy. I'm sorry. Wham.
Or it's like the one, they run over your leg, but they make a full recovery. Okay.
Yeah, great. Run it.
Yeah. Like,
the one I saw is one that circulates where it's like, if you got, you just won $40 million, you just won $100 million, but your siblings' eye or some kind of surgery costs $900 or costs $99. Basically, whatever they need leaves you with just $1 million.
I mean, he's been living this long without it, so we can just live without it but be rich.
Yeah, I'm like, I get him a diamond encrusted eye patch and call it a day. Like, you'll be the flyest one-eye motherfucker out there.
Oh my god.
Because that is straight up not happening. Look, Easy would tell me, he's like, man, you better not spend that money on my eye. I'll be fine. I can see out of the other one. We're good.
And I usually answer these based on if it were the other, like if it was my sibling and they were offered money to slap me. I'm like, bro, dog, come on, man. You gotta think twice. So
modern technology has advanced a lot.
Yeah. I'm cool with just one eye. I think
that's a problem too.
My depth perception will be a little off, but I'm cool if you just break me off some money and we good.
He said break you off some money.
Good. But yeah. But I don't necessarily like how, this capitalism has changed our values and made us kind of, the almighty dollar, all that extra shit and blah, 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 blah. But
it's the radical liberal socialist agenda that is spearheading
in China.
They're gonna take your guns, okay? They're gonna take your guns.
They are going against our religious values and morals.
Goddamn America.
So we don't have to negotiate.
I really know this.
But you get these two.
I know the exact clip you talking about.
I'm gonna look away, but this is how it is. It'll be like, well, candidate A was there for me when I needed it. There were times, and then it'll switch. There were times when I didn't know how I was gonna be able to feed my family. but then
no. And then you do that front scene, and then it goes to another scene where they're working, like whether it's like shoveling some dirt or riding a forklift.
And then they get that stuff. And then they're still working.
Look, then it's the slow walk with the fade in logo.
and it's got the American flag in the background.
Yep.
And then you get this one. I'm candidate A, and I approve this message. I'm dead.
Yeah, it's but anyway, shout out to that young lady. I can't remember what her name was. But man, get your money.
Hey, keep getting them checks.
Do it while you can, because you will not be 26 forever.
Bro, even if she does it for the next just 4 years, like till she's 30, she's making $250 every 4 months.
Yep, you just gotta hope that she's not blowing it on dumb stuff. That she's doing the right things with it.
She can. If you know that you're gonna get another $250 in the next 4 months, you can blow that whole $250.
Probably bought a Lexus already. She's probably bought one.
She's still buying Lexus.
Aston.
She bought Tesla. Maybe.
I'm just trying to think of something that you could like literally just pay that and not have a down payment, or
If I got $250 in my pocket right now, there's an Aston Martin tax.
Election update. Both of the red side have taken the lead in both.
It's literally flipped twice because blue was ahead, red was ahead. Now looks like red is back in the lead. It's going back and forth.
Can another runoff be triggered because what was it? If 50% of the vote is
I don't know if that counts as runoffs.
Please I don't think that counts.
I'm gonna do some show research. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna do some show research right here.
So at this point, it's just whoever wins, even if it's by one vote.
Well, the big thing to watch out for here, Gwinnett, DeKalb, and Fulton still aren't fully counted. So it looks like the rest of the state is being counted.
Yes. And then
I think it's funny how Georgia treats their state like New York. Like anybody that lives outside of Atlanta is just Georgia. And then, if you live in the Atlanta metro area, you're Atlanta. Like
that's it.
Like New York City, you got New York City and then the rest of the state, upstate. Yeah. Everything's upstate outside New York City.
It says that the only way that there can be a second runoff is if there's an exact tie this time. So this go around whoever gets the most, regardless of whether they hit.
Oh, he can't even hear me.
He's just going in and out now. But for those of you that didn't hear, he said it has to be an exact tie to go to a runoff.
Yeah. And he's still talking.
And now the FBI is really pissed at him.
Oh, yeah.
About to shut his whole thing down.
Hey, your federal agent is really trying to keep you from saying some information.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, so man, what the hell was next?
Yo, y'all hear me?
Huh? We can hear you. I don't think we can't see you.
I was gonna say they really trying it. Okay, they really trying it with me, man. Like
they were almost successful.
The FBI about to get you out of here. They're gonna send somebody to your house next.
They probably sent you a text and said, "Boy, shut the hell up." Like, you get the text messages.
I didn't know our voice was that important.
Yeah,
apparently so.
That's that 10% coming from India.
That's what that is.
That's all federal agents stationed in India to throw us off.
That's what that is. All right, we'll take it as that. But Khujeaux, you got something for us, man?
Are we creeping up on? Okay, yeah, I guess so, man. Can y'all see it?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh my God, I saw you do these. These look great.
This just looks tremendous.
All right, so Bubbies. I had never heard of this company before. Ran across this exact product in Sam's Club, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do all that. Let's just get all of that." Came home, tried it. I want to ask you guys your initial thoughts. You bust this pack open because both are in there. You bust this pack open. Which one are you eating first?
Oh, it's the sugar cookie. Well, first thing I'm doing is I'm taking a lactate pill because things will go awry if I don't. But after that, it's definitely a sugar cookie.
What about you, EC?
Say that one more time.
Which one are you opening first? Because both of these flavors is in the box. Which one are you trying first?
I'm definitely going to cookies and cream. Is that cookies and cream?
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, yeah. I'm going.
Oh, y'all can't see it. Is it small?
No, I'm sorry. I had to. Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
You got your contacts in?
Yes, I do, but I had to zoom because I didn't know if that was cookies and cream or chocolate
chip.
But it's chocolate chip.
So I said the same thing as Easy. I'm like, oh, this chocolate chip is about to be, yes, sir. Anyway, no, surprisingly, the sleeper the sugar cookie with the strawberry ice cream.
Because I'm a strawberry ice cream head, man.
Now I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because my second favorite type of cookie is a sugar cookie anyway. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I like sugar cookies. I like sugar cookies. Not a huge fan of strawberry ice cream. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm not gonna hell no. But I just really thought that chocolate chip was just gonna be it. I will say that the cookie dough that they're wrapped in, it's one of them ones that's like the safe to eat raw kind of cookie dough. So because it doesn't have eggs in it or whatever, that's really the only thing that makes cookie dough not safe to eat.
Not all cookie dough is safe.
No. But I do it anyway. So
yeah, I broke that rule a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you technically not supposed to eat cookie dough because it got raw eggs in it and it's, you know, salmonella. But so there's a few companies. Pillsbury is the most notable. They are making all of their cookie dough safe to eat raw. So I think they're removing the egg from a lot of them. But anyway, this has that
texture.
They're
in 2030.
So it doesn't have that regular kind of cookie dough taste. So it's gonna throw you off a little bit if you're expecting like, you know, the kind you eat from the roll or the Nestle Toll House or whatever brand you typically buy. It doesn't have that same texture. This is a rice flour and no egg cookie dough. So it's a little bit different. And that is what changes the taste of the chocolate chip cookie dough and kind of the ice cream for me. Wasn't nasty, but it just was not what I expected. But that sugar cookie, all that shit made the sugar cookie sugar cookie strawberry one like good. I don't know what about it made it taste better, but that one was good. And yeah, so plugging out to that, if this is in Sam's Club, I got it at Sam's Club. So if you're in Sam's Club, definitely check it out. But I wanted to frame that up because, like I said, chocolate chip cookie dough is just what everybody eats. That's just kind of one of, you know what I'm saying, one of those things. That's just
it's kind of a default. That's
what I was trying to say. Thank you. That's the default cookie dough that everybody goes to.
Yeah, it really is.
So I thought that one was going to be amazing, but yeah, that sugar cookie was it. But yes, they did the thing with this product. Definitely, innovative. It takes cookie dough ice cream to a whole nother level, and just go for it. It's not going to be your favorite snack, but this experience that they have in this box, if you just kind of isolate it and just take it for what it is, I liked it. I like what they were trying to
do. It looks good, man. And like I was saying, man, what jumped out at me is, like I said, I like strawberry ice cream and just the look of it. Because chocolate chip, anything can be a miss depending on how sweet the chocolate is. Mm-hmm. Because it could be chocolate chip, but the chocolate might not be as sweet as you want it to be. So it could end up being kind of drab sometimes.
And I felt like the texture of the ice cream on the chocolate chip was different too, like that, because it's vanilla ice cream with chocolate chips in it. I felt like that ice cream had a different.
Was it soft serve
taste.
In that? Is that what it was?
Nah, it felt almost gritty. I don't know, I couldn't really explain it, but it tasted different than the strawberry ice cream. Like I said, it was not nasty. It just would not be my first choice. If somebody in the mall was passing out samples of both of these, I'm buying the sugar cookie and I'm not buying the chocolate chip. But because they came together in a pack, I'm gonna eat it.
So, I gotta ask, where's this available?
Sam's Club.
With Costco guys. Damn.
Well, hey, I still got my mom's Sam's Club, so I'm gonna pull up and grab some.
Yeah.
Because there's just some stuff that Costco doesn't have.
Yeah. I mean, just check and make sure. But that's why I found these at Sam's Club. Then this company has a few other products. Similar concept, but yeah, they got a few other products.
Man,
there you go.
I'm gonna tell you though, like I said, it just jumped out at me, and man, every week it just never gets old, and you always come up with something, man. You're finding something. Yeah. And boy, oh boy, I keep saying, if your metabolism ever catch up with you,
it actually kind of started to, man. I told you I gained 15 pounds this past year.
How much applause?
You got the quarantine 15 instead of the freshman 15.
Look, I realized I kind of was getting a little bit of a dad bod. It kind of started forming ever since my girl was born, and it didn't dawn on me to weigh myself, and I did. And I was like, damn, I legit gained 15 pounds. I was 160, and then now I'm 185.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man.
Don't feel bad. That was me once I got out of college. So
yeah.
Total innovation.
I have not. I ain't mad at it. I haven't been able to gain weight since. Shit, I think I've been 160 since like high school, man. For real. I ain't gained no weight since then.
In high school, I couldn't gain weight for shit, so I completely understand.
But also, you know, I'm over 30. I'm a dad now. Then the quarantine happens. So this is bound to. This is my time to shine. This was my time to shine to gain weight. Yeah. So
that's what it was, and it has nothing to do with the extremely fatty and/or sweet snacks eaten for consumption.
Because I've been eating like this since forever. So if I was gonna be fat, I would have been fat, not just in 2020.
I was gonna say in that environment we used to work in years ago with all the food that was getting passed around that place, that would have happened then too with all the sitting down we were doing.
Nah, if it was gonna happen anywhere, it was gonna happen at my last job because they had, first of all, one of their products is food, so there was always food in the office. Alcohol, they made up reasons to celebrate and have alcohol and random popcorn days, and it's unlimited. You just conduct yourself like a fucking adult and just don't get drunk.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean,
don't have 4 beers while you're at work.
There was so much food. Like in a month, we would have a minimum of 5 random events or whatever that just had food. And that's not even counting like people's birthdays. I'm talking about this is like department-wide or company-wide events where they just have food trucks or something. But yeah, then you got your little bitty stuff like, oh, it's Bob's birthday today. We got cupcakes. Or, oh, it's such and such his anniversary. We got a giant cake from Publix that nobody's gonna eat because everybody's on fucking diets. But yeah, anyway. I always find that funny. In every office, they always go straight to cakes, knowing damn well 75 to 80% of the people in there is on some type of diet.
Yeah, but then if you come in there and they're like, well, we got a celebratory kale salad, and then somebody's gonna complain that they didn't have cake.
Bro, fruit bowls. Yeah. Everybody likes the fruit bowls. Anyway.
Crazy. Feeling stressed about your job? Here's a pizza party. Feel better.
Hey, you know that bonus we promised you?
Nah. Yeah, y'all don't need that. Here's a pan pizza.
But like I said last guy, they were good. It was on the news how big they. Yeah. Anyway, one guy to go. What we doing?
Well, so I texted it to you guys. So
I sent it to Khujeaux via email for him to share, so it doesn't totally sabotage with it. If he can do that, that would be cool to be able to see him.
Which one you send it to? Gmail.
Gmail. I was about to give away your shit. I mean, I know you would have cut it out, but I was like, you know, such and such. Yeah.
Look, we could put our socials on here right now. I'm just gonna cut it out.
Yeah. Well, while Khujeaux is looking that up real quick, we're trying to get our calendar together for guests for the aftermath in 2021, including dates in January. I know EZ and I are going to be doing a mashup. We haven't finalized the date, but we're going to be having our second go round with our boys from ZZ Talk. We got much to discuss with them with the NFL playoffs about to pop off. Well, the NFL playoffs for us, that is, and for them, you know, conversation about the playoffs. Sorry, it is what it is. And just was putting it out there that, again, you know, we're always looking to talk to interesting people. So if you want to be a guest on the aftermath, send us a email, the radio show inbox at gmail.com. You can send us a text, 678-800-1677, or send us the DM on Instagram. We're at It's the Radio Show. So hit us up.
Do that. Wow, so that, no, come on, man. That's not what I wanted to say.
Definitely gonna be cutting that out.
Yeah, man. What?
Yeah, you know, we definitely don't want to.
I hate this. It's making more work for him because he got to cut this, but it's gonna be perfectly done.
All right, so it looks like we got it up.
Open this with no, I have to download it. Yeah, we definitely got to cut all this up.
I know you're gonna cut all that out.
Yeah. Remind me though. Remind me where. I guess. Well, I just go to it. All right, here we go.
All right, cool. So this week we're going in a little different direction. We're going with entertainment stuff. We got 6 choices. One's got to go. We got music, movies, navigation, TV. So TV shows, channels, all that good stuff. Wi-Fi or cellular data. So I put 5G, but this is cellular data.
So this is like technology. Which technology or which thing can we do without?
Right. In the entertainment realm, basically.
All right.
So for me, off the rip, Wi-Fi got to stay because I'm a gamer and I need my Wi-Fi. And if I just had cellular data to lean on, the shit would be terrible. So with that being said, I'll pass it on to Khujeaux. What you thinking?
Man, that's
See, I knew this was gonna be a good one because y'all are big movie heads, and you can't just throw away all the movies, or can you?
All right, so I'm gonna treat this, if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna treat this like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I'm gonna long talk my fucking answer. I'm gonna explain my thought process. Okay, so I'm gonna start with cellular. I'm kind of, that's in the running to be gotta go because Wi-Fi is there, but also I'm not always at home or in Wi-Fi range. And
there you go.
Hate to be somewhere where I need some fucking data and don't have that data. Wi-Fi is definitely staying, like you said. Navigation, I am not using a fucking map.
You pulling out a map? Absolutely not.
I'm not using
absolutely
a fucking map.
not.
No, not at all. So yeah, navigation staying. TV is in the running to be gotta go because I don't watch a lot of TV, but there's some stuff that I would kind of miss if it were gone. Anime being one of those things.
Well, right. There's stuff that's on streaming services now that are considered TV.
Yeah.
So you gotta take that into consideration.
I'm counting
as well.
Because everything that's on TV is on a streaming platform in some way, shape, or form.
Correct.
Movies, initially I kind of thought it maybe because I'm like, well, if I got TV, but then I'm like, nah, it's some movies that I don't know. Music, definitely not. I need music. So music staying, navigation staying, Wi-Fi staying, cellular stay. It's between TV and movies, man. I narrowed it down, and I'm gonna reserve my answer. I gotta keep thinking.
Do you want to ask the audience?
Yes, I would love to ask the audience. Doop, 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 doop. But nah, man, I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with movies.
No.
I'm gonna go TV.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to. You know what? No, I'm gonna go movies because most stuff on TV now is like a fucking movie anyway. It would get rid of some favorites movies that I have, but like in terms of satisfying that need, there's like TV shows are an hour and a half long in some spots now, so it's like
that's true.
You're watching a movie. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's God damn it. I don't know. Go ahead, MC. I'll talk on.
All right. So for me, I was looking at this through like while you guys were talking, and for me, the one that has to go on this one, based on all these that are up here, is going to be
no. You have to long talk your answer.
Wait, no. Hold on. I like 16's decisiveness. It brings a nice twist to it. Go ahead and just lay it on us. What is it?
All right.
Okay. So, and I can explain why, but what I'm going with here that has to go is the cellular, the 5. Well, I know it's not 5G, but the cellular data has to go. Okay. And it's a way to circumvent that because if you need certain things, if you got Wi-Fi, download that shit, you take it wherever you need to go to. The GPS is staying because I don't have time to be sitting in traffic. And some places I don't know where they at and I need the help. So the GPS is staying.
I don't know if you thought about this, but unless you have Wi-Fi in your car, how are you going to run your GPS?
Oh, I don't need it because I can run it on my phone after I've downloaded the maps at my house on Wi-Fi. So
Or if you have a car that has GPS in it, you don't need any kind of signal for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Which OnStar is in one of the cars that we got, so that's one of them. Movies and music now, that is just it's staying. Music is staying on top of all of it. TV, all that. So yeah, 5G or cellular data has to go because you can circumvent that by using the other tools.
I get what you're trying to say, but I don't know that that's
but if somebody trying to call you, somebody trying
I don't want them to call me.
I
don't want them to text me.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
yes.
so Mrs. 16, so Mrs. 16 tries to call you. She can't call you anymore until you get to the Wi-Fi tower at your job. You think she's gonna be cool with that?
Oh, I didn't consider that.
Yeah, you can't receive text messages if you need to randomly Google something while you're out.
Yeah,
look something up.
Unless
if you need to get an email,
the place of business that you're going to has Wi-Fi, you're kind of fucked.
Now, are we allowed to fight through this where if you got cellular, where you got a GPS on here, but most every phone has an app that you can use for said mapping purposes? So that
right,
is
but that goes away. We're talking navigation.
Ugh, that's rough, man. Well,
you know what? I mean, now that I think about it, Wi-Fi might be back in the running.
Damn you, Easy, and these hard ass one gotta go.
I know this was the most difficult one.
If you got cellular, like,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I know where you're going with this because I thought about Wi-Fi too. And to be honest with you, I was like, Wi-Fi, and it's not even close. But then when you think about it, when you've had to use your phone as a hotspot, you're killing your phone and the shit's slow. So if you're trying to do something very meaningful with that hotspot, you're basically fucked. And if Wi-Fi goes away, you have no better option. Now, granted, the tech companies might just make your phone as big as a fucking router and use it all the different ways, but that's not the case right now. So you got to remember that too. And I thought about gaming. I'm like, if I had to run my PlayStation or my Xbox off of a hotspot,
not even.
It would be terrible.
Just stream it, like just regular. Streaming on your TV or your Firebox or your Roku or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man, they talk so bad about you if you was trying to use your game. You'd be lagging out of everything. They be like, man, don't let Easy in.
And that's the thing. Obviously, if it goes away, it will go away for everybody. Yeah. But still, like.
Here's MC.
As 16 would say, that is a first world problem. My Wi-Fi is not fast enough.
Here's Easy Gaming. We do this thing so we don't have to negotiate. Glitching out. All right, yeah. But so you said M16. You said definitely cellular. So even after we've explained,
he backtracked because
because he brought up the fact like I can't say that because what if somebody need to get in touch with me about my little ones or the wife? This is too difficult, man. Yeah, we got real shit going on in the world, and we up here trying to figure this out. Damn it, Easy. You and your damn one gotta go.
Well, no, we gotta ask Easy. Which one do you say I gotta go?
For me, it's movies, and I just looked at it from a perspective of if there's no music, you ain't gonna have people. The guys on the street randomly playing music for a few dollars, which actually pretty good music sometimes.
That's the music you went to.
Well, no, I'm just thinking in general, like music
is
so much in our lives.
Yeah.
If you get rid of music, you're getting rid of the action music in movies. You're getting rid of your favorite albums. Yeah. You're getting rid of Spotify minus the podcast.
I mean, just singing and humming around the house would probably have to go too.
That's what I'm saying. What you gonna sing and hum?
All right.
So, Disney's gonna be out of a bunch of movies without music. So,
oh man,
for me, music is absolutely staying. That's like the first one not going anywhere. But for me, it's movies just because I looked at it like, yes, there's a lot of movies that I love that I've watched more times than I'd like to admit, but I can live without them. Whereas, there's some TV shows, there's some documentaries, there's some cartoons, there's anime, there's a bunch of sports. There's a lot of stuff that would go away if we don't have TV. So,
and that's kind of
where I'm okay with giving up movies.
I agree. That's where I was going with movies at first. I was like, when I said movies, it was because, like I said, TV shows, you got hour 30-minute long TV shows. So he
just opened up the Matrix, though, Khujeaux. something you just said that just caught me with that, Easy, where you were saying like all these things that go away with TV, and then you thought about sports, and I'm like, yeah, I like sports too, but in this instance, I could take away TV because I could listen to football games or basketball games on the radio, man. I know it ain't the same, but to keep the 5G, I could get rid of TV. I ain't worried about TV shows. I don't really watch a whole bunch of shows anyway. But sports, I can still keep up with by listening to it on the radio.
Yeah, you sure can. Yeah, you definitely can.
So TV will be the one to go because you got to keep.
So no red zone.
That's all right. I mean, if I get Sirius XM, I can just listen to the Saints games on Sirius XM in its entirety.
If that channel has it.
It does.
Okay.
So no news, no.
But I got the internet still.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's true.
And I still get to keep music and movies. Yeah. It's TV.
So wait.
So all them shows that you be watching and you're
right. So no Family Guy, none of the Marvel or DC shows.
South Park.
No South Park. No.
Half of HBO Max is basically gone. No more The Wire.
I'm good.
All right.
I'll be all right.
Okay.
Yep.
So we got one movies, one TV.
I also say movies.
Okay. So looks like movies wins, but that was very difficult because the thing I loved about this one is that you can look at something and go, oh yeah, that shit can go. You know, fuck navigation. Then you're like, wait, am I really gonna hold up a big ass map?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. At the end of the day, it's between nav and music. That's the last to go.
And and I flunked geography pretty hard, so yeah, I need that. I need that navigation.
Because let's be honest, and like y'all both have been living here a lot longer than me, but y'all probably still use navigation to get to different parts of Atlanta.
Yeah,
right.
Sometimes I map directions to my mama's house. I
was gonna say, I did that today. I was going somewhere where I know exactly where I'm going. I could drive there with my eyes closed, but I need to know where the traffic is so I can avoid some shit. So yes, it gets used all the time.
Or also sometimes I just want to know maybe there's just another route that it just because sometimes you'll be nav and it take you.
Or you want to gauge? Are you running late and you want to gauge your time about how long it says it's going to take for you to get there?
Exactly. So that's another thing too. Yes. I do use it for the ETA a lot.
Yep. So it's several usages for that. Easy with his weekly fight here with the one gotta go. And I want to tell you this now too on the air is that Easy, you need your own Instagram page for your one gotta go. It needs to be Easy's one gotta go. You need a page for that, man. We cut this up and put it on there.
Yeah, we definitely need to stir up some debate. We'll post this on the page as well and see what what the people got to say.
And I think that'll probably be better too if we start posting these as like actual posts. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes. We can
or do we do it before the show? Maybe do it before the show, and then that way we can start reading some other people's stuff.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Yeah, have a little bit of audience interaction on that because people will comment. They have before when we did the one with the chicken chains. I put that on my personal page, and people they mentioned it.
He had like a good 40 comments on that post.
Yeah.
So.
And some of the answers will surprise you. If I'm not mistaken, Bojangles was like the overwhelming get the fuck out, which
I'm like, how is Bojangles? Yeah. Bojangles is very tasty. There's like it's bland. Like
people don't eat there. That's what it is.
They tripping because the chicken is good. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started. High budget applause. No, it's not the high budget applause because it took it away from me.
And really, what I like about this one is sort of random because this isn't necessarily a category per se. But these are all things that's kind of ingrained in our lives. That's like, you know what I'm saying, really makes you think about that. Because it's not like you put up like action movies and you got like a bunch of action movies, something like that. So this was, this one was cool. Really made you think.
Nice.
Cool. So I guess we just slide on over to random to.
Yeah, it's not letting me do the high budget applause right now.
Oh, my bad. I gotta stop sharing. There you go. Now, high budget applause.
All right, now he gets a high budget applause. Can we hear it? Did it do it?
Nope. One more time. Maybe give it a second.
Do we have a clip? Thought we had a clip.
No. Yep. No. All
right, we're gonna try it one more time. I love it. There we go. How much applause for EZ? He earned that one. All right, it's time for the game that's sweeping the nation, and we have several. That's how we end this off. We've done this. This will be the 94th edition give or take a few episodes of Random, which is us ranting about whatever comes to mind here. Also, real quick before we get into Random, a lot of playoff football coming up this Sunday. Easy and I rooting hard while the rest of Atlanta is rooting against us. They have to hope we lose. We know the Falcons aren't going anywhere. Just tossing that out there.
Yeah. Your video is doing some weird stuff. We heard you perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I guess my FBI agent doesn't like me talking about that either.
Yeah, apparently he's a Falcons fan.
He didn't like your face in that instance. He just wanted to keep you frozen.
It's just my face. It's just my face.
He was cool with you getting the message across.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing Random. Yeah. I like what they're doing with credit cards now and debit cards. Where they're not doing the raised letters anymore. They're doing the flat numbers and letters and shit. They kind of just engraving it in the back of the card kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like the front. I like that. It's cool. Keep that up.
I would agree with that sentiment.
Yeah. Because nothing was worse than you had your card for a while and now the numbers, and because they always put it in that silver metallic shit, and then as you swipe it and as you use it, it gets.
It just felt so fragile. Like, I mean, Nate, think of the last time that your actual debit card made it to its expiration date.
I had, out of however many years of having a bank account, I think I had one card that made it to the end.
Yeah, like so far, I guess I've been having a debit card since I was like 17, 18.
Yeah,
and I might have had one.
Yeah.
That made it. And I was like, oh, well, I guess
I
didn't bring this one to the bank to get it replaced.
Yep. One. But yeah, also they're making them out of, I was just gonna say, to your point, they also making them out of a little bit of a different material so they don't feel like
like you said, it's more metallic.
Yeah.
I have one card like that, and I mean, shit is.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be still very. You can still probably use it well past the expiration date. Mm-hmm. They need to add some extended life to those cards because they really are durable.
Yeah. Now I have a card that is made of metal, like it's made of metal, and there's no in order to dispose of the card, you have to mail it in to them because it's not like, oh, just cut up my credit card kind of thing. It's like.
Do you have that Amazon Prime card?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's the one of mine that is metal.
Metal. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But my random is, speaking of debit cards, credit cards, and things that cost money or you use money for. Look, headphones are cheap. You don't have to get AirPods. You don't even have to get the little Bose speakers. You can go get the cheap little ones at Kroger for $10 for all I care. Please, y'all, start using headphones. Nobody want to hear y'all conversation. Nobody want to hear y'all FaceTiming your husband, baby daddy, while he with the kid and you just went grocery shopping. Nobody want to hear that shit. Please just buy some headphones. It don't even have to be Bluetooth. It could be just the regular cord. I don't care. But I'm really tired of hearing y'all music. I'm really tired of hearing y'all conversations. This is not a reality show. Please do us all a favor and just buy a pair of headphones.
He don't want to hear your conversation out when he's trying to grab his couple of items.
Dude, there's no excuse. Literally, Kroger has a whole little rolling kiosk of like $10 wannabe AirPods, all kind of headphones. Like, there's no excuse. It's actually more convenient for you.
Oh, you saying
you holding your phone?
Why you on speaker if you're holding? If you're still holding the phone. Like, the point of speaker is for you to just set your phone down and be able to talk freely.
I'm talking about homegirl, homeboy got the phone in their hand on speaker, and somebody is talking normally, but because they're on speaker, everybody can hear what the hell this person's saying.
All right, so my random is something I've been beating a dead horse with, but I just got to keep saying it because I just don't understand. And when you leave the house, man, put a goddamn mask on, man. I was out in the store and I just saw a few people that was just like walking around without no mask on in places that mandate that you put one on when you're in there. And some people just don't want to be confrontational and tell them to put it on, but like, Put a fucking mask on. One of the people who didn't have one on was coughing. Like, why do you not have your mask on? What are you doing? Like, that doesn't make you brave. It doesn't make you, not a zombie. It makes you a fucking idiot. Put your mask on, man, or we're going to be doing this shit forever. You're not cool. You're not, exercising your rights. Listen, we're black. We know about having our rights taken away from us and things not being fair. And you putting a piece of cloth over your fucking face doesn't count as that. So I'm sick of that. Put your mask on when you leave your house, man. That's all I got to say. I'm sick of seeing people not wearing it. Put your mask on.
It feels less random and more topical. I want something more random from you. Give me more random.
Random yet effective.
So I'm like the trained seal that's always ready with a rant.
Yeah.
Hey, he said it before and he said it again. He's not your goddamn court jester. But we're not listening. We want to hear your rants. Entertain us.
Dance, monkey.
I say that all the time. Anytime it gets, I say it to Easy all the time. I tell Tiki that all the time too. I'm like, look, I am not your court jester, okay? I'm not here to just play the hits. I'm just saying.
We just keep him around because it's funny.
Yeah, most of the time when it's not. Man, another good one in the books, man. And you know what? Definitely appreciate the support that we're getting from people, man. YouTube is starting to come around. We're still striving for more, but we appreciate all the support that we get from people through all the various platforms, man. Like love. People seem like they're engaged with conversation, because I get messages from people offline about things we talk about and things that we do. Like I've had people mention that they love your snack plug, Khujeaux, that they love the One Gotta Go and the way we structure our stuff. So we just appreciate it, man. We just up here we talking smack, having fun,
Hey, I just thought about something, and we can cut this out or not cut this out, but would it be easier if we cut these up into segments, like topics? You know what I mean?
Well,
and then
I started doing that on the YouTube video where I put the you can click on it and it'll take you to the subject. I started naming them where if you go in the description, you can just click.
Hey, we getting bourgeois out here.
Well,
okay.
That's great, but I meant like actual, even separate videos. So like instead of having 1 2-hour video, you have 4 3
video. One is the opening chatter, and then I mean that's cool. I mean
it'll be easier to digest.
Let me know how that turns out. I gotta roll, but that's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
I'm glad you think so, because we might do that.
All right. Well, I mean, let's try. We can try it out this week, and I'm about to end the recording here right now. But thanks. Yay. All right.